Dear student, in sociology of gender, many new concepts or terms has been developed by the feminist, by the sociologist and by the social scientist. Among all these facts, all these terms, all these concepts, two important concepts are masculinity and femininity. Today we discuss about the meaning and definition of masculinity and femininity and production of masculinity and femininity in patriarchal society. When we want to discuss the term masculinity and femininity, many such concepts have developed in sociology through which social scientists use them as analytical categories to study society and social behavior. We want to study social behavior, we use these terms in sociology of gender. Using these concepts, social scientist studies develop categories that assist in the scientific investigation of behavior in society. In gender study, several concepts have been developed that provide a framework for the study of behavior. For example, the concept of gender was first developed in 1984 by Lil Matthews in her study of the construction of femininity. Matthews, through the concept of gender, explained the fact that society differentiates between men and women. Men and women, that is the two concepts. When we discuss about the sex, that is a biological concept, and when we discuss about the gender, it means it is a social constructed concept. Therefore, in gender sociology, we study the word concept of gender so that we can understand that the social form of men and women and the pattern of relationship between them can be interpreted in the correct perspective. The concept of patriarchy helps in the study of male dominance in society. The concept of gender helps to study the differences in behavior between men and women and to analyze the basis of these differences as biological or social construct by the society. The concepts of masculinity and femininity define some tropes as generally male and masculinity or as female and feminine. Here we will clarify those basic concepts. They are sex and gender, patriarchy and masculinity and femininity. Without knowing the term sex and gender, we cannot discuss about the masculinity and femininity. The term sex and gender are concepts that academicians and researchers and are used by feminist writers to distinguish between the biological distinct male and female and the social distinct male and female. Feminist sociologists suggest that there is a need to understand and differentiate between the two terms sex and gender in academic discourses and articles. Hence, we want to discuss the term sex broadly in sociology and sociology of gender. Sex refers to the biological and physical differences between the male and female sexes. The term sex is said to refer a physical difference between a biological male and a biological female. Thus, when an infant is born, the baby is called a boy or girl depending on its gender. Genital differences between males and females are the basis for such characterization. There is a biological difference between the sexes, and most people, except in a few ambiguous cases, are born as one sex or the other. After being born in one gender or the other, individuals are socialized according to specific gender expectations and roles in the society. Biological males learn to perform masculine roles. They are socialized to think and act in a masculine way. Biological women learn to perform feminine roles. They are socialized to think and behave in feminine ways. As feminist writer Simone de Beauvoir says, one is not born a man but becomes one. One is not born a woman but becomes one. At birth, there are no fundamental differences between boys and girls except biological differences in the genital and reproductive organs. It is the society that differentiates between boys and girls through gender construction. Judith Butler says that sex is natural and comes first. Gender is a secondary construct imposed on top of this natural distinction. जब हम बात करते हैं सेक्स की और जेंडर की, तो सेक्स इज ए बायोलॉजिकल कंसेप्ट. That is, at the time of birth, one is boy, another is girl. They have different biological organs. Hence, we say on the basis of all these biological terms, we can differentiate this is boy and this is girls. लेकिन जब हम बात करते हैं जेंडर की, तो जेंडर समाज द्वारा दिया गया शब्द है. दैट इज सोशली कंस्ट्रक्टेड कंसेप्ट. थ्रू सोशलाइजेशन हम सिखाते हैं कि लड़के को क्या करना है और लड़की को क्या करना है. इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ सोशलाइजेशन परिवार के लोग, समाज के लोग कहते हैं तुम लड़का हो और तुम लड़की हो, तुम्हें ये करना है, तुम्हें ये नहीं करना. इस तरह से जो डिफरेंस होता है दैट इज नोन एज जेंडर. तो वन इज बायोलॉजिकल कंसेप्ट दैट इज सेक्स एंड सेकंड इज सोशली कंस्ट्रक्टेड concept that is known as gender. That's why Butler seems right to argue that sex itself becomes a social category. This means that the difference between men and women is a social difference created by society. That is, it is a social construct. It is a special way of understanding and dividing the difference between men and women. Butler explains that sex, although seems as biological, is a product of society, just like gender. Hence, the word sex is also socially constructed. Scholars who have done research in sociology believe that every person has a sex, a sexuality, and a gender. Sometimes sex and genders are considered identical. Sometimes sex means sexuality. It may refer to biology or physiology. Women is considered feminine, man is considered masculine. In gender studies or women's studies, the concern is biological sex, man, women, male, female, and how biological differences have been socially gendered in different ways by patriarchal society. When infants are classified as a particular gender, they are subject to a variety of gender-based behaviors through gender socialization. This brings us to the question, what is gender? जब जेंडर की बात करते हैं तो ये समाज द्वारा दिया गया शब्द है कि यह मेल है और ये फीमेल है, और सोशलाइजेशन में ही एट द एज ऑफ 2 to 6 उसे ये बता दिया जाता है कि लड़के को क्या करना है, व्हाट इज़ द राइट बिहेवियर, और लड़की के लिए व्हाट इज़ द राइट बिहेवियर. क्या उसे सीखना है और क्या उसे नहीं सीखना है, किस तरह का व्यवहार उसे करना है और किस तरह का व्यवहार नहीं करना है. इसीलिए जेंडर इज ए सोशल कंस्ट्रक्टेड कंसेप्ट और टर्म्स यूज्ड इन सोशियोलॉजी ऑफ जेंडर. तो व्हेन वी डिस्कस अबाउट द जेंडर, द कंसेप्ट ऑफ जेंडर became popular in sociology and feminist writing in the earlier 1970s. In simple terms, Gender refers to the differences between men and women in the social context of what men can do as a woman, what a woman can or cannot do. Therefore, gender is an analytical category that society has socially created to differentiate the biological differences between men and women. The term gender is also used to describe differences in behavior between men and women, described as masculine and feminine. Feminist writings focus on this aspect and claim that these differences are not biological but social constructs of patriarchal society. Patriarchal society में ही इस तरह की स्थिति हमें देखने को मिलती है कि दोनों बायोलॉजिकल जो लड़का और लड़की है उसको सामाजिक स्तर पर एक दूसरे से अलग करने की जो प्रक्रिया है उसी से जुड़ा हुआ शब्द है मस्कुलाइन एंड फेमिनाइन. Sometimes the problem also arises that we accept the strict difference between sex and gender as purely biological or monocultural. There is a constant shift between conception of man governed primarily by biological or social forces. The debate on sex and gender will continue as some will argue in favor of biological differences, while other writers will support differences that are socially constructed, supported by social institutions like religion, caste, family, marriage, etc. Since the 1960s, there have been significant changes in the lives and expectations of women, resulting in the fact that the category of women has been quite elastic. Women's roles and performance have changed significantly over the past few decades, which has added new dimensions to the debate on sex gender differences by feminists and others. इस तरह से एक डिबेट का इशू बन गया सेक्स और जेंडर. कई बार हम यूज़ करते हैं सेक्स in place of gender and sometimes we use word gender in place of sex. That is why this issue of sex gender difference between men and women arose, which is masculine and feminine. Man is associated with masculinity and women is associated with femininity. With each construct, biological differences between men and women are translated into social terms and description. Feminist writers argue that biological differences are heightened through social description of masculinity and femininity. These are the two concepts which we use to study the sociology of genders. First is masculinity and second is femininity. The word masculinity is derived from the Latin words masculinus, male person or man, and musculus, man. The term was first used in the 14th century to denote the male gender. This word was used in reference to some special characteristics of man. Those special characteristics of man include strength, power, force, manhood and manliness. In the 1960s and 1970s, many scholars clarified the perceived and internal qualities of masculinity and said that these qualities determined the identity of masculinity. Cultural norms and values acquired through the socialization process can influence the acquisition of masculine characteristics such as aggression, ambition, analytical ability and assertiveness. The social construction of body in boys was discussed in a scholarly paper written by Ravin Connell in 1979. Boys give importance to sports during school years. They focus on developing body, strength and power. He further explained that efforts towards developing masculine qualities among boys and men are an important part of the socialization process. When we talk about the masculine or masculinity, It means through socialization a boy learns so many things in the society because he is a boy. इसलिए उसे सिखाया जाता है कि लड़के को किस तरह का बिहेवियर समाज में करना है, परिवार में करना है या अन्य संस्थाओं में करना है, और उसी सोशलाइजेशन प्रोसेस के थ्रू ही इंटरनलाइज सो मेनी थिंग्स and behave according to the learned behavior. That is the part of masculinity. Patterns of variation based on gender are seen when the character is either masculine or feminine. For example, blue and pink are the gender based color, mostly in United States. Pink associated with girls and blue is associated with boy, with the former considered masculine and the latter feminine, that is pink for feminine and blue for masculine. Apart from this, being strong and tough is also masculine. Being weak and soft is associated with feminine character. Many other traits are classified as masculine and feminine. Masculinity and femininity are concepts that reflect the social consequences of being male or female, the traits and characteristics that men and women describe as giving men an advantage over women. The second term we used in sociology of gender, that is femininity. Three approaches are discussed in the context of explaining the idea of women. These three concepts are femaleness, femininity and feminism. These three terms we used to study the women in sociology of gender. The femaleness is a biological concept. Female is a word that explains the physical and biological differences between men and women. Physical differences is acquired by birth and its basis is genetic. Differences in the body structure, voice, reproductive organs and certain other body parts of men and women indicate the difference between the two different sexes. Difference in body structure are found in all species. The process of converting biological differences into social inequality is the result of the political fragmentation of the male dominated society. That is the biological concept femaleness. Second is femininity. Femininity is a specific construction of women by society and culture. Through this, his status, role, identity, thinking, values and expectations are created. The construction process of femininity is established by the institutions of the society, cultural values and behaviors, customs, rituals, written and oral knowledge, traditions, religious rituals and specific values expected of women. Rights from birth. These process of socialization of a boy child is conducted in such a way that child is molded towards adventurous, intellectuals and aggressive activities. The girl's child is imparted education to imbibe the qualities of forgiveness, fear, shyness, tolerance and flexibility. This process is linked to the environment of the boy and girl in such a way that ultimately based on self-identity and the definition of other people. Behaving by it is considered normal and behavior different from the given expectation is considered abnormal. समाजीकरण के माध्यम से, दैट इज थ्रू प्रोसेस ऑफ सोशलाइजेशन, जब सिखाया जाता है, दैट इज ए लर्निंग प्रोसेस, जिसमें लड़के को अलग तरह का व्यवहार करने के लिए सिखाया जाता है, तो लड़की के लिए दूसरे प्रकार का व्यवहार, और जब लड़की उस तरह का व्यवहार नहीं करती, दैट इज एबनॉर्मल बिहेवियर, और जब लड़का उस तरह का व्यवहार करता है तो उसे हम नॉर्मल बिहेवियर कहते हैं. द गेम्स एंड टॉयज ऑफ बॉयज and girls are different in such a way that they can develop as per the gender boundaries defined by society. The foundation of interest in beauty is also imprinted in the mind of the girls since childhood. In this process, beauty is given priority over intelligence in the case of a girl child. In a sense, through this image creation, his intellectual abilities get secondary status. Many institutions of society help in lowering the status of women. Institutions like family and marriage, which provide emotional, social, cultural and economic security to a person, are at some level responsible for the process of unequal status and exploitation of women. In patriarchal families, after marriage, the girl has to go to her husband's house. Her family name changes, and in many societies, she does not have rights in property. Many dimensions related to marriage, for example, the dowry system, widowhood, virginity, and invisible violence, present the negative side of women's status. And the third important concept related with women is feminism. This is a ideological concept. Feminism is an idea that rejects the inequality between men and women and presents the process of empowerment of women intellectually and practically. Feminism is both an ideology and a movement. Many types of concepts and principles have been formulated under the ideology of feminism, which we have already discussed about the feminism, that is movement started by women in the society to get equal opportunities, equal rights in the society. Under the principles of feminism, it is to deny the prevailing social inequality between men and women through equality and empowerment. There are many types of feminism in which different ideas have given importance to different dimensions. For example, Marxist, liberal, radical, etc., etc. It is a culturally constructed collection of qualities, behavior, appearance, attributes, characteristics and posture associated with women. It is not natural but constructed and socially constructed. The French philosopher Simone de Beauvoir writes that one is not born but rather becomes a woman. According to Judith Butler, is performance theory, repeated acts to performance create an illusion of femininity that becomes naturalized and creates gender and feminine attributes, identities. Studies on femininity focus on neo-liberalism, culture, caste and other social structure and how these structures restrict women's freedom, opportunities, oppressions and gender inequalities. For example, women have recently been the driving force behind employment in the European Union. Still, there is a gender gap in pay equality. इस तरह की स्थिति हमारे भारत में भी है, जहाँ पर पुरुष और महिला के बीच अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड सेक्टर में पे की बात आती, दोनों में डिफरेंस किया जाता है, पुरुष को अधिक पैसा और महिला को कम पैसा, बिकॉज शी इज ए वीमेन. The concepts of masculinity and femininity are needed in feminist discourses and writings to explain the differences between men and women. Some argue that these differences are based on their biology, while others reject this argument and insist that the differences are socially constructed. Therefore, construction of a man and masculinity will be limited exclusively to males' bodies. Womanhood and femininity will be created especially in females' bodies. There is a belief in contemporary writings that these social classification of masculinity and femininity are blurring the concepts of man as completely controlled by biological and social forces in constantly changing. Expectations of women have changed and women's lives and roles have expanded. This shows how flexible the category of femininity is. ये दो शब्द मस्कुलिनिटी एंड फेमिनिटी, इन दोनों की स्टडी हम जब जेंडर सोशियोलॉजी में करते हैं तो हम कहते हैं महिलाओं को अलग प्रकार का बिहेवियर, महिलाओं की अलग प्रकार की स्टेटस, महिलाओं को अलग प्रकार की आइडियोलॉजी से जोड़ा जाता है, और पुरुष एज ए मस्कुलिनिटी बिहेवियर अलग है, आइडियोलॉजी अलग है, स्टेटस अलग है, उसकी थिंकिंग अलग है, ये सब अलग है। दोनों के बीच जो अंतर है दैट इज सोशल कंस्ट्रक्टेड कंसेप्ट, मस्कुलिनिटी एंड फेमिनिटी, while male and female is a biological concept at the time of birth। दोनों में जो डिफरेंस है दैट इज बायोलॉजिकल डिफरेंस, लेकिन उसमें कहीं पर भी नहीं है इनइक्वलिटी, कहीं पर भी नहीं है ऊंच नीच, दोनों के स्टेटस में कहीं अंतर नहीं है। लेकिन समाज ने थ्रू प्रोसेस ऑफ सोशलाइजेशन डेवलप्ड दिस टाइप ऑफ इनइक्वलिटी बिटवीन मैन एंड वीमेन, ऑल ड्यू टू द पेट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी। Now we discuss what patriarchal society and what patriarchy is. Patriarchy is a term that is used frequently in different conversations. Then the question comes to mind, what is patriarchy? In common parlance, whether in English or any other language, the term means male dominance, that is dominant by male in the society is known as patriarchy, male prejudice against women, or more simply male power। In simple words, this term means absolute rule of the father or the eldest male member over his family, that is male is the head of the family, is known as patriarchal society। Thus patriarchy is the rule of the father over all the women and young socially and economically subordinate men in the family। Patriarchy means rule by the male head of a social unit such as a family or a tribe। The patriarch is usually a social elder who has legitimate power over others in the social unit। However, since the beginning of the 20th century, feminist writers have used the term patriarchy as a concept to refer to the social system of male dominance over women। Patriarchy has been a fundamentally important concept in gender studies। Feminist writers have developed several theories that aim to understand the basis of women's subordination to men। समाज में महिलाओं को पुरुषों के निम्न उसके अधीन रखा गया, दैट इज सबऑर्डिनेशन of women in patriarchal society। The term patriarchy is not only a descriptive term describing how different societies construct male authority and power, but it is also an analytical category। This shift from descriptive to analytical range in the use of the term patriarchy occurred in a specific global historical context of feminist, political and intellectual culture in 1970s। Over time, the discipline of women's study or gender studies evolved as women agitated for their rights। Women in economic sectors demanded that their experiences and perspectives be taken seriously, and patriarchy emerged as a way to describe and explain the world। For some time now, patriarchy has been used critically to explain the main component of authority and power in the social system। Patriarchy automatically privileges men over women, leaving women with little or no claims on the material, sexual and intellectual resources of society। In other words, women in patriarchal societies struggle to get educated, own property or make choices regarding marriage and other aspects of life, whereas for men these resources are a matter of authority and they can make choices that affect their lives। What we do means the patriarchal system। What do men control in a patriarchal system? In most societies, various areas of women's life are under patriarchal control। पुरुष के पास जो सत्ता है उसी से उसने महिलाओं को अपने अधीन रखा है, hence the society is known as patriarchal society। The first is productive or labor power of women। Man controls women's productivity in paid work, both insides and outsides the home. Within the household, women provide all types of services to their husbands, children and other family members throughout their lives. She calls housewives the productive class and husbands the exploiting class. The work done by housewives is not considered work at all, and housewives become dependent on their husbands. Men also control women's labor outside the home. They force women to sell their labor, or they may prevent their women from working. या तो काम करने के लिए या नहीं करने के लिए, वो भी अधिकार पुरुष के पास है. सेकंड, women's reproduction. Men also control women's reproductive power. In many societies, women have no control over their reproductive abilities. They cannot decide how many children they want or whether to use contraceptives or terminate a pregnancy. Furthermore, men control social institutions such as religions and politics, which are male dominated. Third is control over women's sexuality. Women are obliged to provide sexual services to their husbands according to their needs and desires. In every society, moral and legal rules exist to restrict the expressions of women's sexuality outside marriage, while male promiscuity is often ignored. Fourth is women's mobility. Along with controlling women's sexuality, production and reproduction, men also control women's mobility. Imposing veil, that is parda pratha, restrictions on leaving the house and limiting interaction between sexes are some of the ways by which patriarchal society controls women's mobility and freedom of movement. Such restrictions are specific to women, while such restrictions do not apply to men. The fifth is property and other economic resources. Most property and other productive resources are controlled by men and passed from father to son. Even in societies where women have the legal right to inherit property, customary practices, social restrictions and emotional pressures prevent them from gaining control over them. According to UN data, women work more than 60% of the world's hours, but they receive 10% of the world's income and 1% of the world's wealth. It means इन पेट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी महिलाओं के पास वो अधिकार नहीं है जो पुरुषों के पास है, इसलिए महिलाओं को सबॉर्डिनेट ऑपरेशन के स्टेज पर रखा गया है और पुरुषों के पास वो अधिकार है, दैट इज मस्कुलाइन character of man, and female is known as feminine character because she is female or she is women. Now we can summarize that concepts that we have used in analytical categories by social scientists to study society and social behavior include concepts such as sex and gender, masculinity and femininity, and patriarchy, which are important terms in gender studies. The term sex refers to the biological and physical differences between men and women. Feminists accept basic biological difference but argue that the traits and characteristics of biological male and biological female are socially constructed. The term gender refers to the social construction of differences between men and women in a patriarchal society. In recent writings of feminists, there is an emerging view that it is difficult to accept rigid distinctions between sex and gender as purely biological or monocultural. Sex-gender differences raise issues related to male-female, masculine-feminine, man and masculinity, and women and femininity. Such works translate the biological difference between men and women into social context and descriptions. Feminist writers argue that biological differences are heightened through social description of masculinity and femininity. In patriarchal society, man controls over productive labors and their reproduction. Patriarchy idealizes motherhood and thus forces women to become mothers and also sets the conditions for their motherhood. Patriarchy restricts वीमेंस मोबिलिटी एंड रिप्रोड्यूस मेल डोमिनेंस। इस तरह से हम कहते हैं कि मस्कुलिनिटी एंड फेमिनिटी टू टर्म्स यूज्ड इन सोशियोलॉजी ऑफ जेंडर, जो कि पेट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी की देन है। पेट्रियार्कल दैट इज मेल डोमिनेटेड सोसाइटी में महिलाओं के कार्यों को पुरुषों के कार्यों से भिन्न किया है, और पुरुषों के पास दैट इज मैन हैज़ मोर पावर एंड ऑथोरिटी इन सोसाइटी इन कंपेरिजन टू फीमेल बिकॉज शी इज फीमेल। दिस इज डिफरेंस and this is constructed by society known as power of masculinity or protection of masculinity and protection of femininity.